Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon podcast. Just before we pressed record, Natasha, you were vociferously defending Kanye West and saying he was kind of cool and everything that he had to say was good. Did you want to expand on that, or did you want to just get into the episode?
I would like to get into the episode, and I didn't say that.
Okay, fair enough. It's a secret dump. How you doing, Tosh?
I'm good.
You look nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, you all gussied up?
Yeah, I had something else today.
Oh, you had
Sorry
a podcast worth fancying yourself up for?
Sorry, I'm not always bringing myself 100% for you, but you know what?
You bring it.
As I say, on today's Halloween, on Halloween, I rest.
Oh, like the Jews on Shabbat. This is your Shabbat. You only get one annual. That's because you're a witch. This is your guys' day to sit around the cauldron, throw in some Eye of Newt, kick back, and just drink a potion, right?
I'm whatever is a good version of a witch.
Glinda. You know, the whole idea that witches are bad is a patriarchal concept. And in fact, witches were just the healer women of the village. So in our village, and in our family, it is a village. And I've always said, a saying that I once wrote was, it takes a village to raise a child. And that's something that I made up. And I also said, the ocean is powerful, you must respect it. And I also said, communism is a good idea in theory. And those are my quotes. But you're our witch. So I want to thank you for that.
In theory.
Yeah, in theory. But it hasn't accounted for human greed. That's kind of what I think about communism.
All right. Well, this is a really hilariously subtle comedy point of view.
Well, thank you so much, Natasha. And speaking of points of view, we get lots of different points of view from people writing in and asking us questions via email that they don't necessarily feel comfortable being on the podcast. And today is no exception. We have some of those, and we thought we would read one to you, and we could answer them in real time. Here's a good one. I'm more kink. He's more vanilla. Can this work, or should we move on? That's a hard one, actually.
That is really hard.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, to me, I value openness. And if someone is just like, this person's kink.
The person writing in is kinky.
Yeah, they're not ever going to get their sexual fulfillment in the way they want. It's like, and the person's not even open. I mean, I'm going to admit to you, Moshe, I do some things that maybe like aren't my number one thing I'm dying to do sexually.
What?
I'm just saying, like, always my whole life, like women will like go out, or, you know, partners will go out there to experiment, and then you find out and you like it.
Oh, you are into it, or you're not into it?
Yes, but I'm saying I'm not into it at the beginning.
Men do that too. Men have to do stuff they don't like to do. Do you know, I've been with a number of women that want me to give them oral sex. Can you believe that? And I'm like, okay.
Well, exactly, but
okay.
you do it and then you grow to like it.
No, honey, I was always into it.
Okay,
I'm a muncher since day one. I'm a classic muncher. I've been a muncher since the 90s.
Well, anyway, my point is, if you have someone who's not even willing to like try, experiment,
what does old Dan Savage say? GGG.
What's that?
Got to be good, giving, and game. Doesn't good giving game. Game.
Yeah, like, okay, I'll
try that. But you don't do something that makes you super uncomfortable, obviously. I mean, you know, you don't want a person doing something that makes them super uncomfortable. But if a person's super closed off and not willing to experiment, not willing to try things to see if they like it, that is, to me, an issue. That is an issue. If you're not getting sexual, because all sex is a negotiation, you know? It's like I don't mean you negotiate with your partner to convince them to have sex with you. But once you're in a sexual relationship, what the person's into is not going to be exactly what you're into. It can't be, right? I was never into hardcore anal gaping until we got together. And that's your thing, and I respect that. You know?
Also, I mean, not to be so harsh, but I just have a feeling if there's such a difference in the sex view and worldview, there's no way that there's not going to be other differences.
You think it'll be deeper than that?
In worldview, in like things that are really important in a relationship, you know, like I'm never going to date like a right winger. Like I'm just never.
But you think a right winger would be sexually different from you?
No, but I'm saying like.
You might have some of the best sex of your life with a right winger. It's true.
But I'm probably.
You don't think Kevin Sorbo or Dean Cain could fuck like a champion? You don't think Pat Sajak is a fucking oral master? I guarantee it, dude. You don't think Kid Rock can last more than 4 hours without a single ejaculation? It's a guarantee.
I'm
You don't
just
think
saying-
Donald Trump Jr.'s got a crazy finger popping game?
I doubt it.
I bet he's. We've asked this question on the podcast before. Are left wingers or right wingers more as a demographic better
Listen,
in
I
bed?
was just using it as an example of other ways that you could have like unsustainable, viewpoints. Because if you're really kinky and they're not, like, I bet that's like, think about it in terms of music. Do you think that like they're going to like the same music as you? Do you think they're going to have like the same ideas of how to have fun as you? What's a fun night on the town? Vanilla versus a little more kinky. I'm just saying it's going to start bleeding off into all these different. I was just saying political affiliation can sometimes, become a thing too.
Have we ever talked about this? I think we have. Is there such a thing as a vanilla goth? Have we talked about this, Laura? About a goth. It's a goth who's really into the music and the fashion and the lifestyle. But when it comes to sex, they just want really quiet missionary.
I'm definitely a vanilla goth when it comes to like, do I really want to like cut myself?
No,
I mostly like the music and I wear black naturally.
You think most goths like to cut themselves? But I don't think so. But
do you think most goths want to have some
sex?
Crazy kinky sex?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's part of it. Yeah. I think part of goth culture is sexuality, and that sexuality often is kink related. It's not.
I remember goths being asexual.
I can see a asexual goth. Sure. I'm more talking
Is that a vanilla goth?
No, to me, the vanilla goth is a person that's like, I like the mascara, I like the fishnet stockings, I like black, but when it comes to lovemaking, I want deep eye gazing. I want a whispered "I love you" in my "I love you so much right now."
But here's the
Crimson.
problem.
I guess her name is Crimson. I love you so much right now, Crimson, and missionary for 4 pumps.
Okay, here's my problem. I was into the eyelashes and the white makeup, or
you were goth?
Not white makeup, but like, let's just say the music, the fashion, the eyeliner. I wasn't sexually active yet.
That's a virgin goth. That's totally different. Those are the people that get sacrificed at the annual gathering. You got to be careful when you're a virgin goth. Don't be spreading that around. If you're a virgin goth, don't tell anybody, because you will end up dead in a field in a pentagram. That's just the truth. So that's my advice to this caller.
Okay, well, take with that what you will.
I mean, I think the real advice is, I think Natasha's right. It might be a deal breaker, but it's especially a deal breaker if the vanilla person isn't willing to explore sexuality with you, and then I will put something on this person as well. If you're not willing to be patient with this vanilla boy, and not try to push him into places he's never going to be comfortable with, he's probably not.
I mean, don't start with the ball gag or whatever.
Don't start with scat. I think that's definitely the title of the episode. And don't start with scat, and let him work into it.
Yeah, and I think that I don't want to be with someone who's like, no, I only do it this way.
Yeah.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm good on that too.
It's kind of annoying.
When I found out you were a straight up like dog like freak, I was just like, this woman's a keeper. Remember the first date you said? I remember our first date. We were at Spago, and you said, you can do anything you want with me, just don't kill me. And that really meant a lot to me.
Okay, can we just get to the secrets, please? Because this is making me uncomfortable.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. My secret is that I'm bisexual, and
Stop the tape.
friend...
Stop the tape. These are not the kind of secrets we want here. Okay, so Laura, I've told you so many times, any alternative sexuality stuff is not for this podcast. Oh, I'm sorry, Natasha, you had to hear that. That is filth. Rank filth. All right, fine. Start it again.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. My secret is that I'm bisexual, and my best friend is also bisexual, but she didn't have this realization until about a year ago when we got drunk and kissed. And the secret part of it is that she is in a long-term relationship. She's been dating her boyfriend for 6 years, and he doesn't know. And every time we get together and drink, we make out, and I'm always like, stop, your boyfriend's right there. And she's like, I don't care. But really the bigger part of the secret is that like I fantasize about her all the time. And now I've started fantasizing about her and her boyfriend. Even though I'm not attracted to her boyfriend, he's sneaking into those fantasies and it's getting out of hand.
I think this person needs to propose a threesome.
Yeah.
To cover her tracks.
Also, I mean, the girl obviously likes her. Every time they get drunk, they make out, and she does it in front of her boyfriend and says she doesn't care.
I'm not even convinced she likes her as much as she wants out of this relationship.
Oh, maybe she's trying to get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, there's two separate things happening here. Well, there's actually three. First of all, you describe her as your best friend. I mean, I don't make out with my best friend. That's not really part of best friend.
That feels pretty, yeah.
But second is bisexuality, which is kind of the least important part of the story. Third is she's cheating on her boyfriend. You guys are cheating. She is cheating. So I say you propose a threesome, cover your tracks, because that relationship is 100% ending. There's no way that's going to last. Because, you know, a lot of bisexuals are capable of being in monogamous relationships, or if they step out on the relationship, are not stepping out on the relationship in ways that are imminently dangerous. Like the boyfriend goes to go pee, and she's like, here he's coming. I mean, this is not bisexuality. This is...
it's like you guys are having an affair.
That's exactly what it is. So clean your shit up. To either
propose a threesome,
or tell her you can't do it anymore until she breaks up with her boyfriend. Come on.
Yeah, maybe you could just tell her that. You after the next time it happens, tell her you can't do it anymore because I don't know. How do you tell your best friend that you're hot for them?
How do you make out with your best friend? I've never done that. It's not something I've experienced with.
All right,
let's hear another.
What up, Mr. and Mrs. Leggero? My secret is that the other day when I was masturbating under my covers, my cat was in the room, and while I was coming close to climax, as the vibrator was kind of like poking the comforter, my cat, he thought that was fun. Like, he likes to play with like our feet when we're like kicking under the comforter. So he like came up and started kind of jumping on the vibrator. And I came. It was awesome. It was my best orgasm that I've had recently. So thank you to my kitten. Peace and love.
What does it mean? Do you think
she's open?
Do you think that she got an erotic charge out of the fact that the kitten jumped on the vibrator, or it was just happenstance?
I think it might have just been how it happened.
Can I ask you a serious and personal question?
Sure.
Would you ever have intercourse with a cat?
Absolutely not.
Good answer. And you know why?
Why?
They have hooks on their penis.
Ew.
And that's why cats scream so much.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, they have hooks on their penises, and the cats scream so much because it's really painful for them. And apparently, like the male cat can't get out of the female, the pussy until the cat unlocks her vagina.
I can't believe people still keep cats in the house.
Cats are cool. They just leave you
Cats
alone.
shit in your house.
Yeah, but in a box. Our dog's shit in the house, and it's on a Persian rug.
That is a good point.
I mean, what sounds better to you? Persian cat or Persian rug? Okay, one more secret for the road.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. So my secret is that I have had a crush on my current stepsister in the past. That may sound really weird to you, but my father and her mother married over the last year. So I've been spending, 25% of my time at their home, and I used to go to church with their family, and I had a really big crush on my now stepsister who's about my age. So I've gotten over it for sure, because she feels more like a sister to me, but it's just something I would never really tell her or tell anybody else. Just kind of like a dark secret inside my soul. So thank you. Bye.
I mean, at least he has a good view of how, because you can't.
Can you not?
No, Moshe, you can't. No, Moshe.
You're hold on.
No.
Your parents, your dad marries a woman whose daughter you already had a crush on, and they're adults.
Now
and
you're brother and sister.
And you're an adult. So you're telling me, okay, here's the situation. I'm at a party, okay? And it's a Halloween party, and I see this girl from my church. I've always had a crush on her. She's dressed as Cinderella, and I'm dressed as Prince fucking Charming. It's like I can't even believe it. And right at midnight, as we're getting a bowl of spooky punch with eyeballs in it, her hand brushes mine, and I take her finger and I pull her towards me, and we share our first kiss. And I'm like, wow, it's as magical as I always dreamed it would be. I love this woman, I think. The next day, I wake up from the party. My dad's like, I've got something to tell you. I've been dating a woman. I haven't told you about her because I know that when your mom passed, it was a really big deal for you. But I'm in love with her, and we're getting, and we got married last night. Halloween, we eloped to Vegas, and we got married by an Elvis impersonator. And I go, who is it? And the woman walks in, and it's the mother of the woman that I kissed the night before. I'm now supposed to break it off with Cinderella? I mean, I'm.
This is why you're so hard to argue with. Like, you didn't need to tell two whole long stories like that for this, but you do pose a really good point. But I do think that is the realm of off the table.
You can't do it because two unrelated.
Okay, what if you're a dad and you marry a woman and you had a crush on this girl? She's 30 years younger than you, and then you find out later, oh, that was her daughter. That was my stepdaughter.
Wait. Hold on. Tell your story again.
I'm not as good at telling stories.
Well,
you
definitely.
tell it.
I don't even know what it is. What happened?
It's that, okay, you're this man.
I'm a man.
You have this wife. You love her.
I mean, I'm married.
You're no, wait, don't
I'm
be
not
married
married.
yet. Okay, there's this girl you really like.
Okay, I'm an adult male and I have a crush on a.
She's 25 years younger than you.
I'm
though.
50. She's 25, and I have a crush.
And you
on
guys
her.
have a little thing.
We're having sex.
I don't know yet. You have
Okay.
you brush against it and you guys share a kiss or something.
Okay,
You're really
I'm
attracted
at a party.
to her.
I kiss a girl
But
25
then-
years younger than me.
Later on, you end up marrying her mother,
What? What?
who's your age.
Okay.
Hold on. Then when you and the mother break up eventually, would you still go out with that girl? She's
What
your
the
stepdaughter.
What the fuck are you talking about? That is such a different situation. Every part of that situation, I'm creepy on every level. I'm 50, I'm having an affair with a 25-year-old, but then I marry her mom at some other point in the future. But then I divorce her mom. Do I go back to the 25-year-old? Now I'm 65 and she's 35?
This, by the way, this is such a good reason why you can't talk. Like, you're very hard to talk to.
No, do not put this on me. That story didn't make sense and was creepy.
I'm just saying, if someone is your stepdaughter, if someone is your stepsister.
Stepdaughter is different. Obviously, it's more creepy if it's your stepdaughter on so many levels. This is stepsister, stepbrother. You're the same age. Two people that you aren't even really associated with. I mean, you're associated with your parent, but like two adults make a decision to get married. Now you can't pursue this person that you might have liked.
Well, I mean, it's going to be weird. Yeah.
It'll be weird. But
yeah, your families are melding. You're becoming brother and sister.
I think you should go for it, dude. Honestly, I think you should tell her how you feel. I do. I mean, what? I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Stepmother, is that weird?
Yes, that's weird, although it's hot. And it's a category on Pornhub that I sometimes look at.
Okay, what about so it's just the sibling one that you're saying is okay.
Step sister, step brother.
Are you okay with two first cousins having sex?
No, but apparently that is genetically not as bad as we once thought it was.
I know a girl whose parents were first cousins.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
From Rockford.
Of course. Of course. Wow. First cousin. I couldn't go with a first cousin. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
And here's another thing that our producer just told us. This is a conundrum. Laura just posed a great conundrum. What do you think of this? I marry a woman. I love her, right? She's my wife. And then my dad, who lost his wife in the 80s in a plane crash, right? He's single and lonely. And he's happy for me that I found a wife. And
he
then
gets hot for her mom.
Yeah, then then at a family reunion we all get together and he meets her mom and she's like, he's like, oh my God, this woman's amazing and perfect. Should he not date her?
Yeah, because what happens if they had a baby?
Yeah.
Let's just say they could.
Yeah, they have
and
a
then
baby.
the young people have a baby.
Right. What are they?
What would those two babies be together?
Hold on,
to each other.
That's gonna take me a second.
And now people are grossed out because you're telling them how you're all related, and people
they'd just be uncle, and that's it. Nothing more than that.
And then you're modeling weird behavior. So then when your kids
It
grow
ain't
up,
that
they're going to
weird.
think that their parents that you can be with, you could be with your sibling.
Why? Why would they think that? Who's with their sibling?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, well, then they would think that you could, I don't know. I guess maybe, yeah. I don't know.
You don't like it. It ooks you out.
I just feel like just keep it regular for that.
Keep it simple.
Well, I mean, because I'm thinking 20 steps ahead. You are going to have to explain that to everybody in your life.
All right. Well, listen, if you would like to weigh in on this controversy, give us a call at 213-222-8608. Leave us a secret or your position on step siblings hooking up.
And also, if it's too complicated, send an email and maybe you can come on the podcast at endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com.
We'd love for you to be a part of our Patreon. We're at Patreon/endlesshoneymoon. For as little as $5 a month, you can become a part of our community. There's a Discord on there where you can find other freaks that like to spit in the toilet. You can find us on YouTube. Find us on Apple Podcasts. Natasha.
And make sure to subscribe.
Any parting words?
No, I'm good.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I love you. Oh, that one, yes.